My God. Don't. All right, America. Here we are. We're now in the middle of Project 2025. We've got Trump calling, this is the 7 steps to authoritarianism that they all, Mussolini used, Hitler used, Putin used, the guy in Turkey, Erdogan is using, Erdogan in Hungary, where you first you wipe out the press and then you wipe out Congress and the courts. Oh my God, you get rid of the courts because they will stop you. And therefore it becomes, and then what you do is you make sure there's tons of chaos. So they can't focus on anything, right? And then we pick out the villain, those outsiders, those foreigners, those non-Christians, and we make them the enemy. And everybody, oh my God, they're the enemy, the enemy. And instead of, and now what he's doing by this Project 2025, by the way, it's really dumbest plan on the planet. If you really want to make us great, there's no more milk inspections. There's no more science research. What the hell? There's no more investment in even the little tiny bit of aid we ever gave anybody, which we gave very little, to be honest with you. Um, we cut that off. So now Russia and China look like the good guys when there's an earthquake in Myanmar or whatever the heck. And there's no U.S. president saying, hey, we're here. We're the good guys. We got some food. Have a good day. Bye. No. So basically, we've now become the shithole third world country that everybody hates because he acts like the school bully, right? Always wanting your lunch money. He's got to turn in. Part of the plan for the authoritarian is you attack the press, the enemy of the people, the press. Oh, yeah. So you only listen to King, Mad King, rather than, real facts. That's stupid, right? Then you tax the lawyers. Uh-huh, being a lawyer, I understand that. Because then you don't have anybody checking you and saying that's illegal, that's wrong, da da da, right? That's why we have the three branches of government, folks. Did you not learn this? The president, executive, you got a Congress, and you got the courts. And they're all three equal. But now we got the guy in the president wanted to be the king, you know, the Congress. I've silenced the Republicans. They know that if they speak up and say, ooh, that's wrong, like they had guts enough to do when Nixon went crazy. Now, oh, I'm the cult leader. I can turn loose a primary opponent on Mr. Republican over there if he speaks up. And I ran in three Republican primaries, and I always initially thought the moderate person won. No, it's the one who's right of right, crazier than Attila the Hun who wins. So yeah, they would probably win, and then we got even crazier Congress, and they want their power. They want to keep that, so they're all quiet. The courts are kind of like the last leg left, and he's attacking them. He's going to even attack his own Supreme Court. Look at that because they disagree with him. So he's got his little minions saying, well, the judge rules against Trump. Let's impeach the judge. Guess what? That's what dictators do, people. Duh. Are you that stupid? You just want to totally give it up, right? I mean, are you just, and really, how do you make our country great when you're cutting out all of our excellent expertise, technology, science, medical, you name it? So that we're just what the dumb and dumber country? How are we going to win the global competitive game that is truly going on with China, etc., by being the dumbest ones, being least invested in technology? I mean, Biden had us created 17, 16 million jobs after being left a bloody, smoking train wreck by Trump and brought high-tech chip manufacturing back. He was got the inflation down to under 3% after all that COVID supply chain crap. And now, if Trump had just sat around and just freaking golfed since he took over, the economy would be way better. Our 401ks would be up there going up instead of falling off a cliff. Tariffs. I worked with tariffs, 50 countries, international lawyer, China, India. I've been there, seen that. Duh. He lies about tariffs, and you guys don't have a clue, right? If China has a tariff, that's not taking advantage of us. that tariff is hurting the Chinese buyer of our stuff going in because they got to pay, right? And I went to India, they had some big tariffs. Well, guess what? That was hurting their buyer of our stuff because they raised the price. Gosh, in that case, 70%, right? Guess what? They don't buy when it's like that. And so Trump's tariffs are penalizing 100% of us because he wants to bring back a few more factory jobs, which frankly, we can't fill the damn jobs we've got. Americans won't do them. The only people willing to do this crap are immigrants, and he's running them out. Hello, MAGA, you guys going to go pick the crops in the fields, work in that nasty meat plant where, and all the other crapola jobs that the immigrants gladly do because they're not sitting there in their shithole country and they're just glad to have a paycheck and work and be left alone. Are you stupid? So we're now going to penalize everybody, minimum 10% up to 100% or whatever, to buy eh, cars, stuff at Walmart, everything. So we can imaginary gets a few jobs a couple years from now or 3 years before. It takes a while to do this, right? Insane people. Doesn't even make logical sense. And unfortunately, nobody bothers to spend 30 seconds on Google when he's making his, oh, tariff, I love the word tariff, and find out that all it did was create the Great Depression of the 1930s. In fact, tariff war went from a recession to the Great Depression. It puts a great in depression from a tariff war. That's where we are. That is insane. It's stupid. It's bad. Take Economics 101 if you didn't, because now you're learning the hard way what tariffs do. So don't buy the BS that this is, oh, suddenly everybody that was worried about the price of eggs are saying, oh, it's good that everything's costing more. Somehow this imaginary benefit will come years from now. Are you that stupid, people? Really? If you are, I'm ashamed that America's education system has gone to hell, that you are, a con man can sway you. I'm not impressed. I thought we were supposed to be a lot better than that. And how do we compete in the world by being the dumbest country with no technology, no research, no nothing, compared to the Chinese who are doing maglev ridden at 265 miles an hour. He doesn't even touch the rails. They're brand new space station. Ours is old and getting ready to be dumped into the ocean. No plan for another one. We're supposed to magically lead the world by being the last, the dumbest, not educated. People believe in the con man who truly just wants to have. If he'd declare himself Pope if he thought he could get by with it. By God, he wants to run all kinds of stupid things. So wake up, America. I mean, the courts are left. The people in the streets are it. And stop voting for these Republican morons who are spineless and won't even protect you and your company and yourself and your 401k from an idiot because they know the plan is a idiot, stupid thing to do. It's suicide. But they're afraid to talk. So elect some Democrats that are not afraid to say, hey, stop that crap. You're hurting the working class. You're hurting the real people while you're still trying to give more trillions to the rich, which is the plan. And then to pay for it, they cut your health care, your grandma's Medicare, etc. No more Head Start, no more food for poor people. Oh, this is really Christian stuff, right? And so, hello. Oh, so we could give more trillions to the rich, not repair a road, not do a new, replace that rusting bridge. How is that productive, logical, or even sensible? Are we that stupid? Biden was doing right. Build a first president in decades to invest in our infrastructure, repairing and fixing roads and the bridges and the whatnot, creating a bunch of these jobs that are now being wiped out because Mr. Idiot doesn't even want to have offshore wind because, whoa, we need the energy and we don't need the pollution from oil that's overheating our planet to get it. But so therefore, now as we grow, we're going to not have energy because he doesn't like renewables because the oil guys pay him not to like us. And, how does that really make us anything but pitiful, not great? Really? Michael Fetlin, until next time, guys, this is a 4 alarm fire. not only democracy, but shed our economic well-being in a world. And Putin is laughing his ass off. He got the most incompetent, useful idiot in there, destroying us from the inside, and they're happily doing it. Don't let them. Jesus, don't be that stupid.